Tim and Faith aren't just any couple, they're a power couple. But this down-to-earth pair knows with fame comes responsibility.
She's my lost companion.
For over a decade, Tim has hosted his annual Swampstock Festival in Louisiana, with the proceeds going to charity. Tim is also a major player in the Mcgraw Foundation, named for his pro baseball dad, who passed away in 2004.
All charities are trying to do a great job, and there are a lot of charities, but what we're trying to do is no different than anybody else. Just make awareness for situations and raise money for situations.
Tim's always quick to lend his celebrity to a worthy cause.
Today and every day is the right time to support the American Red Cross.
When Hurricane Katrina destroyed areas of Louisiana and Mississippi, Tim and Faith's home states, the couple was deeply disturbed by what they saw.
Those poor people down there, you just can't help but wonder how long that they can survive without somebody getting to them and helping them. You know, with all the modern technology we have, when something like this happens, and we can't get those people out of there, it's just hard to understand.
And Tim told CMT Radio, quote, "There's no reason somebody can't go down there who's supposed to be the leader of the free world and step foot in that town and say, this is what I've given you to do. And if it's not done by the time I get back on my plane, then you're fired and somebody will be in your place. It's that simple to me," end quote.
The devastation obviously had a huge impact on you and Faith, and you've been very outspoken and honest about your feelings on how this administration has handled that. After everything that happened with the Dixie Chicks, what they went through, some people are a little afraid to really speak their mind. Did that ever cross your mind?
No, because, you know, what we had to say was our home, you know. It's where we grew up. I grew up in Louisiana, and Faith grew up in Mississippi, and you know, there's blame to spread everywhere. And we just felt like that as our home, we needed to step in and try to do something and say what we thought. And I think you always should say what you think. I mean, I don't think people believe you anything you say if you don't say what you think when you need to.
I've heard you say that you would consider politics, maybe governor of Tennessee at some point when the girls are older.
You know, that's another thing growing up in Louisiana is politics are kind of a pastime. You know, we got some colorful politics down there in that state. And you know, you grow up in Louisiana, you like, you know, food and drink and politics and football, so I don't know what the order is, but yeah. That's kind of the system down in Louisiana. But, you know, if there's something I felt like I could help, if I felt like I could do some good, then down the road, maybe.
Apparently, Bill Clinton thinks Tim could do some good. The former president told Esquire magazine, quote, "I identify with him. We come from the same neck of the woods and share the same background. I think his chances of success are quite high. I think he's got it," end quote.
What are some of the things that you would want to accomplish if you had a position like that?
Well, you know, the main thing is, you know, 95%, 97% of all the things that have anything to do with our family, with our children, our school systems, our way of life, our well-being, we all agree on. Mm-hmm. And I think that you can just get past the extremism on both sides and concentrate on the 97% that we all agree on, and you can make some real progress. And there's always going to be the stuff that we don't agree on, but, you know, I think you can concentrate more in the middle.
Whatever the future holds for Tim, his humble beginnings provide a balanced perspective.
Now, I know growing up with your mom, sometimes it was hard to make ends meet, and your daughter's obviously a totally different story. They could have anything they wanted, but what are you and Faith doing to kind of make sure they don't become too spoiled or materialistic?
I don't think they think anything about it, to tell you the truth. I mean, they're getting a little older now, so they notice it more. But, well, you know, they're Girl Scouts or Brownies, I guess, and play basketball. And I coach assistant coach the basketball team and softball team, and they go to their friend's house, and we go out to dinner. And so just try to keep it as normal for them as we can. Mm-hmm. And they're pretty easygoing about the whole thing.
Well, Faith seems very easygoing. I would think she would have that style as a mother.
Oh, yeah, she's a great mom. I mean, she was raising me, too.
Might have to talk to her about that.
Faith does have her hands full. But are the Mcgraws thinking about having any more kids? I'll ask Tim later in the show. But first, the dance hall doctors rat out their boss.
I can tell you what not to do around Tim.
And still ahead, Tim performs some brand new music.
That's all.
Welcome back. Tim was kind enough to let us snoop around as he rehearsed for the Soul to Soul 2007 tour. He even gave me some inside info as he showed me around. The only problem is I had to get some new shoes when it was all over.
Take a look.
I got one in this whole bunch. I got one guitar.
Which one?
This one. This is my only guitar they let me play.
Well, you got the fanciest strap.
Yeah, and most of the time they don't even plug it up. They let me play it every now and then and turn it up every now and then, so I don't even know if anybody else is hearing it. It's probably just me.
So do you actually take this many guitars out on the road?
There's Denny, Denny's guitars, Darren's guitars, and Bobby plays electric every now and then, so, a lot of guitar players in the band.
Yeah, there's a lot here.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody's responsible for making sure nothing breaks.
Yeah, John works on all the guitars. I don't know where he's at. He's the old Italian guy over there in the corner. He works on the guitars, so he keeps everything up and running. Actually, he made this guitar look old. It wasn't old.
Are you serious?
No, he aged it.
Someone actually gets paid to,
I said, man,
destroy
go out and beat
a guitar.
that guitar up, make it look better.
That's cool.
Make me look cooler.
Well, okay, speaking about looks, let's talk about staging, because the staging on last year's tour was so cool. Are you doing anything different this year?
Well, it's the same stage, but we're changing the song list around, and I'm doing pretty much we're both doing a whole different list, so a whole different song set. So, we only had time to, you only have time to do 12 or 13 songs during, maybe 14, I guess, during the show, so kind of just switched everything around this year. But new video and, some new gags, I guess, and new songs.
Now
But same stage, because we like the stage a lot.
Well, it worked great. Yeah, totally. Now, you're going to be out from what, June to August?
June, August, when the kids get out of school till the kids go back to school.
So I was going to ask about that.
We're going hard.
Stage, all around their school year.
Well, they think they grew up in a trailer park. They've been living on buses so long. So they're fine with it.
I've heard you say that you kind of have to get into a zone before you perform. I would imagine that means not, doing the whole piggyback ride right before you run out on stage. You probably have to kind of separate a bit.
Yeah, I have to kind of get off by myself a little bit, but I'm getting less and less of that time to do that anymore with them on the road. But that's fine. I'd rather them hang out with me. And Gracie, the oldest one, she likes to hang out in the dressing room with me while I'm getting ready. So that's slowly diminishing, but I can live with it.
And why is that so important for people that don't perform that maybe don't understand that?
I don't know. It's just gathering yourself, gathering your thoughts, and then because people pay good money to come out there and see you do what you do, and you don't want to go out there and kind of half-ass it, I guess. And, you want to give them their money's worth, and it's just like any profession that you do, and you do seriously and you do well. You have to get yourself together and try to do it right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So what's up with the rugs? Like, is this for sound or just to look cool, to be comfortable?
Watch out for the dog pee you're stepping in.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. There's dog pee on the floor.
Whoop.
No, it's just something, kind of give us a little vibe in here.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
cool.
it'd just be black floors, which would be fine, I guess. But
Do you take these out on the road?
yeah, they don't go on the stage in the road, but they're usually
okay.
up in the dressing rooms and stuff.
Well, let's talk.
They're all pretty cheap. They're cheap rugs.
Oh, they are.
Except that one. That one's expensive. What's that one doing here? Oh, my wife's gonna kill somebody.
I want to talk about the band, Dance Hall Doctors. These guys have been with you for a long time.
Gosh, 18 years, a couple of them. Yeah.
Now,
I know I don't look that old. But you should see some of those guys.
How do they help you achieve the sound you're going for? Because a lot of people may not realize the band you see on stage is not always the band on the record, right?
Yeah, we've been playing. This will be our third record, I guess, together. It's coming out, or fourth. I'm not sure, something like that. But we've been together for a long time, 18 years, and you just develop a kind of a vibe. Our sound comes mainly from not knowing what the hell we're doing. I mean,
I don't
really and
believe
truly,
that.
it does. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, we got Denny up. Hey, Denny up. How about that?
We kind of all grew up together playing. We kind of learned how to play on the road, pulling a van, pulling a trailer, and playing clubs. And we just really didn't learn how to play the songs we were playing right. We just started playing them our way, and it kind of just developed into a sound that we sort of did. And I'm proud of the records I made, with studio guys who are some of the best musicians in the world, and I love working with those guys. But there's something unique about a bunch of guys who have spent a lot of time together in the trenches to go ahead and make a record.
Do you ever find a moment on stage where maybe you get a little lost and they kind of saved your butt?
I do it every night.
Are you serious?
I get lost every single night. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, luckily everybody knows the songs. So I just, hey, when you see me holding the microphone out for y'all to sing, for everybody to
Look
sing
down
out
at
there,
the audience to get the words.
that's because I forgot the words. I'm getting old.
Well, let me ask you this. Who's got more dirt? You got more on the band or they got more on you?
I think it's pretty equal.
Yeah?
It's pretty equal. Of course, nobody cares about their dirt. That's the only thing. I don't have anything to, nobody, I can say something about them, nobody give a damn.
That's pretty much true. That's pretty much true. People pay a lot of money for his dirt. They don't really care about ours.
My dirt won't make the Inquirer or anything. Yeah, even though it should.
The dancehall doctors also admit that being around Tim can be a little dangerous.
You gotta wear a cup.
Yeah.
Most importantly, always wear your cup. Anything from lighters on the behind to locking people in dressing rooms.
Slaps on the head. You know, it's...
You gotta have your wits about you.
Make sure if you wear like shorts or sweatpants, make sure you cinch them things up because he'll drop your pants in a heartbeat. You don't care if it's in a Ponderosa or on stage, he'll do it.
So you got to keep them around.
I got to keep them around,
You could
yeah.
write a
They know where
tell-all book.
all the bodies are buried.
Well, let's talk about the new album. This is so exciting. Let It Go. Last Dollar, the first single. Your daughters are singing with you on this at the end of the
Yeah.
song. How fun was that?
That was a lot of fun. My girls and Byron Gallimore's girls are singing on there. Sophie and Ella Rose and Gracie, Maggie, and Audrey. You know, it was just a wild idea at the end of doing the song. It just sounded like it would be fun. And the song's such a lighthearted, fun song anyway. And they really liked it. They were going around singing it. You know, Big Kenny wrote it, and when Big Kenny gave me the CD of it, and I was listening to it over and over and over, and the girls were just singing it every time they heard it. They tell me to play the demo. I think they like Big Kenny better than they do me. But I just thought it would be cute.
Yeah.
And they did a great job on it.
Do you think they might get into entertainment at all?
God, I hope not. But the youngest one, yeah, they love to sing. All of them love to sing. But I don't mind. I want them to do what they want to do. Just I hope they become doctors first.
All right, we'll be right back. Sorry. Stop it!
Will we ever get this tease right?
I can't work this way.
Check out Loaded at CMT.com for all the hilarious outtakes.
Did I get it?
So you are a professional.
Plus, when we return, hear one of Tim's sexy new songs.
Porn sounds of the 70s.